is Miriam. Welcome to my Ghanaian channel. Well, it feels like forever since I last said this. It's been a while since I last made the video, guys, because I had some, technical issues. But I am back now, and my last video was not the what you need to know before going to Ghana video. That was such a long video. My last video was just check my channel out. I hope you guys are doing great. Sorry if there's so much sound around me, because it's so hot right now. I literally had to kind of come in the spot that is a bit windy. I'm not in the UK now, I'm in France. So yeah, I just decided to make a part 2 of my what you need to know before going to Ghana video, which has over 95,000 views. Guys, can you imagine? It's my most successful video, and I made it so long ago with an old camera, which literally means that the quality is not as important as the content. For those that want to start a YouTube channel, so I decided to make a part 2 of the what you need to know before going to Ghana video, because in my opinion, I kind of answered most of the questions that I received in the comment section of that video, but someone suggested that I should make a part 2. Sorry for the sound. Someone suggested that I should make a part 2 video just addressing the whole every question that I received. So here I am. First of all, before watching this video, you have to have seen the what you need to know before going to Ghana original videos. First of all, let me make some clarification before I go on of things that came up a lot in the comment section that I feel is right for me to address. I received a lot of questions on the whole issue of the left hand, because I mentioned in the video that in Ghana, the culture, the left hand is not as used as the right hand. The right hand is more used than the left hand, and you don't really use the left hand to do much things, and it's considered disrespectful sort of. And I said that it's part of the kind of culture and stuff. And I received some comments of people saying, some sarcastic, some were more serious, of people saying, oh, I'm going to Ghana, does it mean I should cut my left hand? Or, hey, I'm left-handed. People going wild, and I just thought, hey, chill, guys, it's not that deep. As I mentioned, the left hand is more used than the right hand, but I didn't really explain properly. The left hand is sort of considered as something that you use, the hand that you use for sanitary purposes. For example, if you go to the toilet and I guess you use your left hand to wipe your bum or something, or if you might use your left hand to do something else, I don't know, do other things. And the right hand is used for like proper practical things. If you want to eat, that's when you use your right hand. So if obviously someone dipped their left hand in a bowl eating fufu and using their left hand to eat with someone else, the person would be like, okay, that hand that you use to do other things is that same hand that you're using to eat with me. So it's that whole mindset of left hand being used more for sanitary purposes than the right hand. It might not be accurate, because people might use the right hand to do everything. So, but it's just, I think, a thing of the culture, and I'd also be a sort of thing of the part of the history, traditional Ghanaian history, where back in the days where people used their right hand and stuff. It could also be part of the history culture of Ghana. So it maybe goes way back. In my video as well, I mentioned the Obroni term, how Obroni is more used. It's used to I guess say foreigner. Is Ghanaian sees a foreigner. If a Ghanaian child sees a foreigner, he kind of say Obroni. But actually, to be more literal, the term Obroni literally means white man. But I've heard the term being used for those who are black ethnicity, or black color, for those who are black. I've heard the term being used, for example, especially blacks who are light-skinned. Even me, I've been called brony once, with brony or something like that, because I guess I'm from abroad, right? I'm from a white man country. So sometimes the term brony is used in that sense, where you're from a foreign country, or also be used as a term of endearment. This video will be long. Hey, you guys should drink a cup of tea. Anyway, someone left a comment saying, oh, if someone calls me Obroni, I call them Bibini, and that made me laugh. So now I'll also clarify the issue of the umbrella. Yes, in the video I mentioned that when in Ghana, the umbrella is not as used as how it is here. And it's like, hey, don't say that we don't use umbrella, but I did not say that in the video. But behind the scene is because I'm from the UK, right? And in the UK, I'm so used to bring umbrella. They even say when it's sunny outside, bring an umbrella in your bag. So with that mindset in mind, I thought when I go to Ghana, I don't have that mindset of bringing an umbrella in my bag, because Ghana does not have such an unpredictable weather that I would literally purposely think of bringing an umbrella in my bag. So that's what, when it's raining, I guess I just take I know that taxis are there, so I just take them. But of course, in Ghana, when it's sunny or when it's raining, you will see people use umbrella at times. I haven't seen it myself because obviously I don't live in Ghana, but I'm sure it exists. I'm all hyper here and stuff, but you know, Ghana has been going through such a tough time in the last kind of few weeks, and so if you guys follow Ghanaian news, you would know that, you know, Ghana has been through tragic things in recent weeks with the whole issue of flooding. You know, it's the rainy season in Ghana, and like, you know, the rain actually poured this year to the point that, you know, so many places, so many cities were flooded with rain. And there was this tragic thing that happened when there was a fire explosion during this flooding period, as people were kind of in Accra, as people were taking refuge from the flooding, because obviously everywhere was flooded, in a filling station. Because then a fire explosion happened at the Kwame Nkrumah Circle. A fire explosion occurred near a filling station, and so many people, you know, so many people died in the process of that. You know, it's just a disastrous thing. And you know, there was even a national mourning for 3 days for those who lost their lives. Over 100 people lost their lives in Ghana. That was one of the most tragic things that happened because of the fire explosion which occurred. People say that it's because of the infrastructure, because near these areas there also, you know, I think it's an area where houses should not be built, but there's so many houses that were built then, and plus because of the flooding, so people also died because of the flooding in itself. And so people are saying there's a problem with the infrastructure. So people are saying there's also a problem with there's no real drainage system in Ghana. I don't know how to say draining system. See, because when the flood happened, people say that should normally be a sort of a draining system to kind of drain the water, but there's no draining system. And so people are saying also there's a problem with the gutter. That all these things kind of caused what happened. I think some people kind of are saying from that in terms of what needs to be examined. Even before that tragedy, when the flood, when many places were flooded, I watched the news when a young girl fell in a gutter during a flood period, during a period of flooding. She fell in the gutter and she died. Literally because of the gutter. There was a big gutter, potholes on the ground, and she fell there and she died. And it was a sad period in Ghana, so I just hope that we can learn from it, and there's so many things to learn from it. And I would say that a period of mourning is good, but something also should be done, you know, because people say that faith without action is dead. So I'll talk about it a bit more. So let's go into the questions now. Obviously, you can also answer some of the questions that I received in the comment section, because we're all here to help one another, right? I'm not the master of answering questions, so please, if you know some of the answers and you think you can help some of those who asked these questions, don't hesitate to just write in the comment section. Alright, so I received the question of someone asking, traveling in Ghana for women, is Ghana safe for solo travelers, especially female solo traveler? Me, I'm all woman power, so I believe that you don't, as a woman, you should not limit yourself in terms of if you want to travel. Don't let the fact that you're a woman stop you from traveling. You know, obviously be safe, but don't let you being a woman stop you from traveling. Traveling in a foreign country that is not your country, you obviously are a bit more vulnerable. But I wouldn't say that Ghana has that kind of restrictions for women. It's not like some Arabic countries where when women are not allowed to drive or when women are restricted. It's not really like that. It's not that deep in Ghana, and I don't think it's 100 times more dangerous to be a woman traveling in Ghana than it is to be a foreigner that is a man traveling in Ghana. Women are known to like good things, nice things. But if you go to the market as a woman, as a foreigner, you obviously get people, obviously they know that you're from abroad, so you probably get people kind of forcing asking you to buy things in terms of taking your arm, and especially them closed markets, you definitely get people, hey, there's a bag here, come and buy. Because women are known to like good things, and especially if you're a foreigner, they think, hey, if she buys, I get money, you know, that sort of thing. And in terms of looks as well, I mean, you know, when you go out, you see people looking at you, but this has more to do with you being a foreigner than it has to do with you being a woman. And I believe you asked about what hotels, taxis should I use. In Ghana, there are taxis and transportation. You can take the trotro, which is a cheap minibus transportation, but so easy to use in Ghana. But as a foreigner and as a woman, I'd say for your first time, don't go with someone that you know. You might have friends that were born in Ghana. Go with them wherever you want to go, so that they can help you. Even me and my mom, when she goes to Ghana, she's got her brother, you know, she's got her little brother with her. If you take a trotro, don't sit at the back of the trotro, sit at the front. That's the advice I would give you. But I made a video titled "How Safe is Ghana." I would definitely advise you to check it out, because it has much more infos that I can give you now. And I forgot to say my story. Yes, in Ghana, even I have to be honest, me, I get attention a little bit when I go to Ghana, but it's just random attention. See some people coming to you and, hello, how are you doing, this sort of thing. But because I know who I am, as a woman, you have to know who you are. When you know who you are, there's no randoms that can just come to you and tell you whatever. So just have confidence in yourself, walk well, and no one can just come and play with you. You know, you just have to know who you are. Do you think it's safe to book your own hotel and plan your own outings, or do you think it's better to do a tour? My advice for me that I would give you is, for me, I'm someone who likes traveling. I mean, I like adventure, discovering things myself, and me, when I travel, I rather, you know, plan my own outings, because I don't really like cliche. I mean, that sounds bad, but I don't really like going to all the places that everybody goes to and planning my, you know, having someone plan my day for me and everything being predictable. And I feel that's what you get when you get a tour. If you're someone who obviously is your first time in Ghana, you don't really know around, and I tell you, definitely plan, book a tour, and yeah, ask someone that you know that lives in Ghana or know about the best hotels, so that they can help you. So if you don't believe in yourself in terms of organizing yourself like that, I'd say it's always safe to have someone helping you. I've got links in the description box of hotels that I think would be good, but it's very hard to kind of advise in a hotel, because I haven't been there, so I don't want to advise something that is not that great. But one thing that I would say though, if you're looking for a hotel or a cheap place to live in Ghana, things that you should be in the lookout for are things that you probably won't think about, but you're going to Ghana, so you have to know these things. Check out the hotel and check out what people are saying about it. Look at the rooms and make sure that the hotels have generators, and make sure that they have places where you can charge your phone, make sure that they have it's hygienic. TripAdvisor, look at the comments of what people are saying about these hotels, look at the reviews, you know, just do your own research. It's fun, and ask people around you. In terms of housing, I received a comment as well. In terms of lodging available, what are the lowest priced guest houses around Accra? Are the prices inflated when persons with American accents inquire about the rates? What I've noticed in terms of housing is in Ghana, we tend to own our own homes. You know, in terms of the people that I know anyway, tend to own their own homes. And when you see people with big houses in Ghana, in my opinion, these are houses that they build themselves. They don't go, you know, looking at for houses in sale and then giving them tons of money for it. Best places to find houses, I don't think that's the question you asked, but let me answer. In East Legon, Cantonment in Accra, the Metropolitan District, you found great houses, places to rent. But if you're looking for a place, you can always live with somebody. You can always go to guest houses, you know, live with somebody. But it's always better to kind of connect with them in advance before you travel to Ghana. So again, I will leave links on places that you can check out. Another question that I received is, hey sister, hey brother, do you have any connects? Okay, do you have any connects to help a brother who want to repatriate, looking for accommodation. So in terms of accommodation, I've already mentioned, okay. But what I would say is, okay, if maybe you're Ghanaian, right, and you're thinking of going back to Ghana, so what advice would I give you? What I would say is, I'll give you some tips. One thing that I would say is be humble. I've heard that so many times. It's not because you lived abroad, you lived in London, you lived in New York for 2 years or 20 years, that you are smarter than those who live in Ghana. The fact that you lived abroad does not make you more precious than those who live there. And if you're not humble, it would definitely not make you successful. It would definitely keep you down. So be humble and be always willing to learn when you're there. Another thing is that says have a vision before you go. With that vision, the people, including me and you, will perish. So it's good to have vision, you know, of things you want to accomplish there. You know, maybe you want to get in a particular field. Look at what is lacking in these fields in Ghana and what can you bring, what will make you different. What can you bring to these fields? Don't copy, always bring something. So look at fields that maybe you want to, sorry for the lighting, look at fields of maybe the fields that you want to get into, and look at what is lacking, what you can bring and stuff like that. Have your contacts ready, you know, in terms of maybe your family, hey, make sure that they join you at the airport when you get there. But in terms of have friends ready, or those who are in your field, have their contacts ready. You have their contacts so that when once you get in Ghana, you can contact with them. You know, connection is very important. And another thing is, don't expect Ghana to be like the country that you lived in for so long. Ghana and the country that you lived in are different. So be open-minded. If you're not open-minded, you will not enjoy the trip. So be open-minded and think of making a difference. The checkout, the only way is Ghana. And there's also another one who is Nigerian, who lived who was thinking of living in Ghana. And she lived in Ghana for a while, but she came back and she shares her experiences about the job sector, the economy and stuff like that in Ghana. She's just very real. Her name is Jocelyn. Check her out here. I'll put it in the description box. Alright guys, so if I answered every single question that I received in one video, this video will be quite long. So guys, stay tuned for the part 3 where I answer all the questions about sanitation, what else, diversity, the medical sector in Ghana. I received questions on those, so please stay tuned to the part 3.